Batting second, number 13, Maddox, England. Batting third, number 4, Trey Vaughn. Batting fourth, number 14, Cole Bray. Batting fifth, number 1, Barrett Hinton. Batting sixth, number 22, Bryson Hart. Batting seventh, number 6, Brady Kennedy. Batting eighth, number 19, Soren Hoogland. Batting ninth, number 15, Jaden Orr. And now for the starting lineup for your Inola Longhorns. In left field, batting first, number 3, Chase Mims. In center field, batting second, number 10, Zane Howard. Pitcher, batting third, number 11, Charlie Castleman. At catcher, batting fourth, number 6, Finley Atchison. At shortstop, batting fifth, number 12, Gavin Campbell. Batting six, number 26, Ethan Weatherly. At first base, batting seventh, number 24, Matt Stevens. At DH, batting eighth, number 27, Gideon Rogers. At third base, batting ninth, number 7, Easton Holman. And at second base, number 22, JP Barnett. Would everybody please stand and remove cover for the playing of our national anthem? Let's play ball. I'm so hurt today at the demon section. A glass of wine in her hand. Again, behind the dish for our Longhorns is number 6, Finley Atchison. On the bump, number 11, Charlie Castleman. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the first is number 34, Braylon Banks.
Joining me in the booth. See, it's not popping up.
Oh, it's something else. That leadoff strikeout brings up number 13, Maddox Angling.
That early strikeout right there for Castleman. Nice way to start the game for the Longhorns. One down here in the top of the first inning. A little recap of last night. It's a very, very high-quality Skiatook squad. Beat the Longhorns last night, 5-0. Great pitching effort from the Bulldogs. Longhorns just had a hard time kind of getting the bats going and everything. But a win. Hopefully we can come back today and get a much-needed win to try to just get that split here just via district play. Obviously, towards the top of the district right now, you have the Bulldogs and you have the Longhorns and the Berry Hill Chieftains. So looking to just kind of keep pace with all of them.
You're doing a great job here, Jeff. I'm telling you, you're a cameraman, you are commentating, you are keeping stats. I've never seen anything like it. Hardest working guy in showbiz right here.
Hey, it just keeps me out of trouble staying busy.
Hey, and sorry if you're watching at home and you were like, whoa, they started talking all of a sudden. Some sort of, I wish I could explain exactly what happened with our sound and audio equipment, but hey, it's working now, so.
Isn't it funny, though, how we came out, got everything set up, tested it up as he fouls that one away for strike one. And everything worked great. And then we come up, everything's fired up, ready to go, and we introduce ourselves to the community listening, and we got nothing. We caught a little bit of it, though, through the microphone, so I didn't feel too bad as he misses outside, bringing the count to 2-1.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Just want to explain, you know, if they just tuned in. So.
And that fly out to left field will be the third out of the inning. Good start for Castleman right there, and a nice 1-2-3 inning. Longhorns will come to bat in the bottom of the first with the game tied 0-0.
On bump is number 22, Bryson Hart. Leading off for our Longhorns in the bottom of the first, our left fielder, number 3, Jace Kent.
On the bump tonight for the Bulldogs, Bryson Art, much like Coach Swope here, a pretty imposing figure up on the mound, standing, well, looks to be quite a bit taller than me, much like yourself, Coach Swope. Stepping to the plate for the Longhorns, number 3, Jace Kent.
Yeah, the boys were saying this pitcher here, he's about 6'5", 6'6".
He's a big boy. There's no question about it. He catches strike one right there to Kent. Kent finds himself in a 1-2 count right there. Just watching out there, some really good velocity, and much what I heard from the boys last night is, you know, when you got that length, it almost feels like he's just that stride. It's like he's, 60 feet 6 inches from the mound, but it almost looks like he's throwing it from about 55 when you got that kind of length up there as he misses low and away for ball 2. That ball gets on you in a hurry, so hopefully the Longhorns can get their timing down and be able to find some gaps out there. And you always want to find that the score, win every inning, you win a baseball game. And with that first 0 up on the board, just a single run's a good start for him. This is inside right there, bringing the count full.
And these two teams, like you said, top of the district, both of them. You got Skiatook sitting at 17-6 on the season. Longhorns 12-4. Two really good baseball teams.
Good piece of hitting right there to waste that pitch for him, following it straight back, keeping the count full. And last I checked, and I had it, and I lost it, but I believe it's Berry Hill and Skiatook both undefeated at the top of the district. Longhorns sitting there with 2 losses. So this is a very important win as he takes ball 4, get at bat right there by Kent. So if they can find a way to get the victory here, that puts them 1 game back, and then they can find a way to at least split. Hopefully can sweep next Monday, Tuesday in the all-important Berry Hill twin bill, so we'll see how that can play out. Zane Howard steps to the plate.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm going to test you, see how close you really are
Okay.
here. And you are absolutely correct. Berry Hill Skiatook standalone 9-0. Longhorns in 3rd place, 7-2 in the district.
Howard misses on the offering there for strike 1. There's certain things I feel pretty confident about. Very minimal things, but I don't know. Baseball's just always one of those obscure things that I can remember that, like, my wife can tell me something, and she can attest to this. He takes outside for ball 1. Tell me something to do, and 5 minutes later, she's like, well, did you do it? And I'm like, well, do what? But I can remember the most obscure thing that happened in a baseball game 20. I'm not Sean McVay,
Right.
but I have
right.
I can remember very random, obscure things that took place many, many years ago. Gets the outside corner right there for strike 2.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I definitely have some sport things like that. And I think the idea of not remembering when our wives tell us something might just be selective hearing.
I have that. My mom told me I had that at a very young age. I felt pretty, like I was very special, but just in her eyes.
Oh, man.
Lines that one just fouled on the left side, keeping the count full.
I like seeing Howard swing right there. Showed bunt the last 2 pitches, and now takes a chop at it. I like that. We talked about that last game that I did with you. How many people are showing bunt and then actually swing later on.
Oh, great. I personally love it, especially when you see a guy charging. If you can do something with this, he swings through what appears to be a changeup right there for strike 3. Nice. I still say, and, some people may disagree, I think the nastiest pitch in baseball is a good changeup, especially with a guy like Arp on the mound who's got good velocity. And you can change the speed by 10 miles an hour. They're trying to get their timing, and now they're way out in their front foot. I mean, it's pretty impressive. So that'll strike out right there is the first out of the inning. Stepping to the plate now, pitcher Charlie Castleman. Castleman 1 of 3 with a hit last night and a tough outing at the plate for the Longhorns. Looking to keep that going as he takes outside for ball 1.
I say it every time we We commentate together, Jeff, but I love watching Castleman play baseball.
He's just an impressive guy, and it's been fun watching him, this is year 3 at the high school level, but even my opportunity when he was in 8th grade to watch him play, I mean, he was what he does on the field obviously is very impressive, but, and again, I'm dating this a little bit back to 8th grade. He was a leader. Like, just watching him out there, things didn't always go right. They had a good season. They had a little bit of a struggle in the middle of it, but his attitude didn't change with his teammates as he fouls that one to the softball field for strike 2. But he was very encouraging. I mean, he was obviously pretty elite for that group.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of the guys, but it didn't let it go to his head. He understood that to be successful in baseball, one guy's not going to do it. You need a team, and I think he understood that very well and really encouraged his teammates to try to make it better. And so the runner goes on an outside pitch for ball 2. Kent slide in safely with a stolen base. But it all came, to a head at the end of the season when they played a pretty big tournament, that Claremore-Sequoia and Pryor Co-op, and Longhorns found themselves in the championship. Lost a tough ball game to a very good Salina group, and Salina still has great baseball.
Oh, yeah.
But that encouragement, everything, was a tough season up to that point, but it ended about as good as it could as he spoils that pitch right there, keeping the count full. But it was a good season. I was pretty happy for him, but just that was the start of my years of being able to watch him. Like you just said, he's just a fun guy to watch out there.
Yeah, he really is. And I feel like I've seen him play 4 or 5 different positions out in the field. He's always been solid at the plate. I mean, just really fun to watch. And this year he's getting to pitch a little more than he has in the past.
Yeah, I mean, last year's group, it was littered with pitchers. Multiple went to play college baseball, and there's a bit of a revamped lineup because he graduated so many, but these guys have stepped up, like Castleman, as he takes strike 3 on the outside corner for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Castleman frustrated. Strikes out looking right there. He doesn't. You never like to strike out that way.
As a pitcher, you're like, all right, you called it on me. You better call it every time when I'm on the bump. I'll tell you that much. Etchison fouls that one straight back for strike 1. So I see you have your I voted sticker on. Mine somehow fell off throughout the day, but I as well voted on a very important bond issue. That closes at 7, and we'll hopefully have some information 8:30, 9, somewhere in there.
Yeah, if you're sitting at home and you haven't voted yet, you live in the Inola School District, we encourage you, get out and vote. It's a great privilege in this country we have, and so we'd encourage everybody to get out there. It's easy to forget sometimes. You work all day.
Absolutely.
That's why I went at lunch. I knew I'd be out here at the ballpark. So.
I mean, we're all around it. It's talked about, quite a bit, and so that was easy for me to remember. And I got out there. I know I didn't beat Larry Daly there.
No, nobody did.
He came walking out as I was walking in, but he asked me what number I was. I'm like, I didn't get a number, Larry. Well, he's like, well, which one were you? I was like, I don't know. I was 10.
Listen, they might have given him a number.
They probably did. But he's number 1. It's Larry Daly. Come on now.
Nobody else got one, but Larry Daly got a number.
All I know is when he walked out, he shook hands and said hello to every person in line.
The unofficial mayor of Inola, Larry Daly.
There it is. There it is. Etchison stays alive, fouling that one straight back, keeping the count 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. That's such a good line. Just the unofficial mayor of Inola. And Larry's out on the track in Claremore right now. Hopefully they're finishing up soon here with their junior high track meet today. Swings through, change up right there for strike 3. Good start to the outing for Arp on the mound as he Ks the 2, 3, 4 hole, leaving 1 stranded after 1 complete inning. It is Bulldogs 0, Longhorns 0. Batting out for the Bulldogs, D.H. Cole Bray. Castleman in the first one. Strikeout, ground out, fly out.
A little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Misses outside right there for ball one.
You know, say this is, I know you've gotten to see him. This is the first time I've gotten to watch Easton Hallman play this year. I see him playing third. The freshman coach's son tore his ACL. What was that, 6th game, 7th game?
Yep, at Verdigris.
Of football season, and so good to see him back out there.
I know. But, yeah, this is I know they're kind of easing him back in. District play, he's out there, and then he might mix in a Thursday, Friday game as well, but he has been given days off just to, allow him to kind of get back into it. Handful of at-bats. Castleman is just outside right there to bring the count to 3-1. But he's had, as his at-bats are growing, he's seeing more live pitching. His approach at the plate's getting a lot better. Just game 1 was in the tournament, and, I mean, he said it himself. I thought he looked a little just kind of like nerve. You could just see he was kind of like pressing a little bit.
Right.
But I was like, this is your first live at-bats. Nice strikeout right there by Castleman for the first out of the inning. But he looked like he pressed a little bit. He wanted to be successful every time, and we all do, but it's like, hey, just get your timing down. You get back into the swing of things, and I think he's slowly getting there, and he's slowly creeping up with obviously his at-bats and his total hits too. So you hope that can keep rising because we both know the potential that he possesses. As Castleman misses outside for ball one.
Well, yeah, and some of that's just going to be just general nerves, right? Getting in early, getting to play a little bit, getting your feet under you. But also, you know he's got pressure on him.
And as we talk about him, he makes a leaping catch for the second out of the inning. Great play right there by Hallman. Showing those ups that Inola, Clyde the Glide Barkley is a big fan of.
That's right. But no, I was saying, man, it's tough being the coach's son too, and being a freshman and being out there. Like, just a lot of pressure on him to perform.
Fouls that one off for the right side for strike one. Yeah, and as a coach who has a son that plays for me, I don't know. Some people disagree. I hate coaching my own kid. I know 100% I'm harder on him than anybody else, but I don't ever want there to ever be any question that what he has, he's earned. Nice off-speed pitch right there for strike two, bring the count to 0-2.
I think that's the right approach to it, Jeff. I mean, I think that's probably the way. I mean, I've talked to, you mentioned Coach Barkley. When he coached Justin in high school, I definitely heard how much harder he was on him. So, see, Hallman kind of bobble it there before making the out at first.
Nice 1-2-3 inning for the Longhorns there. We're going to jump back into that one. I'm going to get another player whose father is a coach as well, get her opinion on it as well. But as we finish up 1.5, it's Longhorns 0, Bulldogs 0. Picking up action here in the bottom of the second inning. Stepping to the plate right now is Gavin Soup Campbell. So I asked Brinley Pratt up here, his father, Les Pratt is her softball coach. I asked, what's it like having your father as a coach? And she said, well, there's a lot of good, but, there's some tough stuff, too, that just, Maddie Williams had a great point, like he's there for all the big moments, as her coach, and I think that's very important. And she said kind of, he's got her best interest in mind, and, she's learned to take a butt chewing because of him as he misses outside for ball one. Negative is, that car ride home sometimes isn't very enjoyable. Luckily, they live a whopping 3 miles away. So it's a short-lived butt chewing, I guess you could say. Catches the outside corner right there, brings the count to 1-1. My dad was my basketball coach back in the day, and he kicked me out of practice and made me walk home. Given it was only about 8 blocks away, but it was basketball in Minnesota. Yeah. It's cold.
It's cold. And he made you walk home.
I 100% deserved it, but
that's like the old Coach K, take away the practice gear because you don't deserve to wear that Duke Blue Devils on your chest,
Ooh, there you go. Campbell swings through strike 3 for the first out of the inning, stepping to the plate now. Right fielder Ethan Weatherly.
Number 26, Ethan Weatherly.
But I know my middle sister, her and my dad, as having a father as a coach, he coached her in everything all the way up. Ooh.
Oh, that was tough.
Oh. It was because of that I was terrified as he missed his high ball one. I was terrified of playing for my father. I'm like, is this what it's going to be like? And he's like, no, it's just your sister. I was like, okay.
That's funny.
There was some truth to it.
Are you saying he was harder on the girls?
He was much harder on my middle. My middle sister was a unbelievable athlete. Like she was all state in softball and volleyball her senior year. Went and played softball in college. Is currently in the Hall of Fame at her high school. I mean, she was. They used it all up on her, and then they had me. So what are you gonna do? But
I understand that. Mine was reverse order, though. They used it all up on the younger brothers.
They were saving it.
I don't know what that is.
Weatherly swings through strike 2 right there, bring the count 2-2. Weatherly getting the starting right. Usually we've seen him a lot at DH. Without knowing our game together, he was DH, getting an opportunity in right field tonight. Howard moving over to center field for tonight's action. See, where's that one between the 2 and the 6? Oof. Don't rub it. That'll get a base runner aboard.
That hit by pitch brings up our first baseman.
First baseman and fellow Longhorn media member, Cash Bubbles Stevens, stepping to the plate.
As I call him during basketball season when he commentated with me, Cash Doughboy Stevens.
Ooh, I like that
Doughboy,
better.
You like that, Cash? Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll start our own. I think that's the way to go.
He's got a lot of nicknames.
Oh, but he's also really good at giving them too. When he first told me I asked if he going to I think it was the basketball game. He's like, yeah. He's like, the Big Red Dog's coming to pick me up. So I'm thinking, like, you guys got a red car or what? He's like, no, Clifford. His dad, for those that don't know, his name's Cliff. Yep. He's like, the Big Red Dog. I was like, oh my gosh. Brought me back, that's for sure. Line drive to center field. Caught by the center field. A good piece hitting right there. Just missed the gap on that one. That line drive will be the second out of the inning.
27, Gideon Rogers.
Another media member at the plate, Gideon Big Cat Rogers, DH tonight for second baseman JT Barnett. Glad to see him back. Had an unfortunate injury, hurt his shoulder, a couple weeks ago, but I believe this is his first action back since then. Happy to see him back out there playing.
Yeah, really good to see Big Cat back out there.
Great kid. He's my one intern. I allow one every year, and he's been my intern this year, and he's been fantastic. I already got mine locked up for next year too. So if any students are listening, no, I already have my intern for next year.
Nice. Way to prepare ahead of time.
That ball in the dirt allows Weatherly to unconventionally slide into second base. I'm actually sitting next to the man's father right now who's going to be my intern next year.
Oh, Soup.
Soup himself.
Man, what a challenge you're taking on.
I feel I've been around him enough, got to know him a little bit, and I feel comfortable with it. We'll see. I may eat those words later, but right now I'm enjoying it as he takes strike 2, bringing the count to 1-2. Told him this year every football game, every Friday, Big Cat be working out in the morning when I get here, and I'd give him some money and say, hey, go get some breakfast. And he's like, Soup's like, oh, I got a lot of good breakfast places. So I come over from Broken Arrow, said, I got a lot of good breakfast, coach. I'm like, all right. Big Cat swings through strike 3 right there for the third out of the inning. After 2 complete, it is Longhorns 0, Bulldogs 0. Heading to the top of the third inning. Stepping to the plate right now, second baseman Brady Kennedy. Strong start for Castleman on the bump thus far. Really filling up that strike zone and weak contact across the board. I know last night they had a Skiatook, I believe they had about 12 hits. They hit the ball well, but not a, they had their kind of little dunks, their bleeders, their Texas leaguers out there. But I know as the game went on, second, third time through the lineup, you start to see the pitch, you get your timing down. Started to hit the ball a little bit better late, but Castleman definitely keeping him off balance right now. Fouls that one off his ankle right there. Oof. And I will say, those hurt so bad. A nice little fun fact for my fans out there, maybe not baseball people are new to it. Plays like that, maybe where the catcher wears one or the ump wears one. In this case, the batter hit one off his ankle. The umpire will take his time, walk the ball out to the pitch, give him a little extra time to kind of, walk it off, work through it. The umpire will take a foul ball straight off the mask, and your catcher will slowly go get it, walk it out to the mound, so as allow him a little bit of time to recover from it. Just misses low and away, bringing the count to 3-1.
Now, you said something. This is where my lack of baseball knowledge comes in. You said a Texas leaguer?
Oh, yeah. We had Hallman bobbles it, stays with it, makes a strong throw across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Things like that, Not everything's going to hit your glove perfect. Not everything's going to play out great, but keep your head, control yourself, pick up the ball, make a strong throw, accurate throw across the diamond, and that's what Hallman did right there. It's a little Texas leaguer when I was growing up.
Yeah.
It was always just that little bloop right over the infield for a base hit. And I actually played, it was kind of his nickname per se. His name was Neil Tuve, and he was Neil Texas Leaguer Tuve. And that's all he hit. He was not a strong hitter at the plate, but that little sucker found a way to just hit those. You would think he was either hitting it off the end of the bat or off the handle.
Yeah.
No, he was barreling it up.
Yeah.
He just found a way to get those little bloops over the place. So
Texas League. See, that's a new thing I've learned tonight. Texas Leaguer.
I had a fair share of those in my lifetime as well. Swings through strike three right there for the second out of the inning.
Strikeout brings up number 15, Jaden Orth.
Left fielder Jaden Orth stepping to the plate. This will be our first game together where we haven't had 15 media members or random people up in the booth with us. This is kind of nice.
It is nice. Now, I will say, my three kiddos are up here in the booth with us, so if you hear me go radio silent, it's because Mr. Miles is talking to me a lot over here. He's in my ear.
Absolutely.
So,
hey, keep him busy, Miles.
yeah.
We're doing great. Multitasking at its finest. That pop out to the shortstop right there will be the third out of the inning after 2.5. Longhorn 0, Bulldogs 0.
Easton Hallman.
And we talked about him the middle of the last half inning, but stepping to the plate right now, third baseman Easton Hallman.
Again, this is my first time to see him at bat, so I didn't get to talk to him today, or I would have told him to do something for me.
Well, I tried to talk to him, but he got his phone taken away because he was making bad decisions. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Kids, I tell you. He takes high for ball one right there. This is low and away, bringing the count 2-0. One thing that always impressed me, he's got a great swing, but you see these big guys, you're like, oh, I bet you can just mash. Well, Easton's not a big guy. He's a strong kid, but he has got some absolute pop in his bat. He can drive a baseball, and Mrs. Lowe, ball 3 right there, bring the count to 3-0. Does a great job with the play. I know last year you'd go to his pretty big tournaments. He's like, yeah, this one had exit velocity, and I had like an exit velocity like, I think he said it was like 90 something. I was like, dude, that's pretty impressive.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
But when you play in that level, you get to play at some pretty nice fields that have a lot of that capability, the technology, and all that good stuff. Swings through strike 2 right there. Bring the count full here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's pretty cool, those big tournaments they have. They're measuring exit velocity and everything else. That's pretty cool.
Catches the outside corner right there for strike 3. Not sure Hallman agrees with that one. But that strikeout looking will roll the lineup over to left fielder Jace Kent. Kent led off with a walk back in the 1st inning. Hoping, we'll be back on the air with him, I'm sure, as we got 2 more games this year. I believe we have the senior night with Nathan Hale, and then I believe we have Claremore Sequoia as well on a Monday the 27th. But Coach Unrail will probably join me back up in the booth for at least, I told him probably the Hale one because I know he knows, because we celebrate the senior night together.
Right.
So he'll be able to pass on some information about the coach and their relationship, things like that. But hope he's out there listening. I know he has a ever-important bond issue day, and I know that's weighing on him pretty heavy as the superintendent of the school. So wishing you the best out there, and we'll see how it all plays out later this evening.
That's right.
2 misses in the dirt right there, bring the count to 1-1.
Yeah, that'll be good. Get you a real partner up here.
Oh, shoot. Come on, Soap. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My favorite events, and I go back to our prior game when we were driving back and forth from Pryor to Inola to Pryor to Inola.
So fun.
But it was, God, I mean, I don't know how many. Our phones were both blowing up the whole time. We had friends that teach and coach in Pryor, and they're messaging us about everything going on. Kent lifts that one to center field. That will drop for a single right there.
That single to left field brings up our center fielder.
That one stung him a little bit there, Jeff. He was shaking
yeah.
off that hand.
That kind of velocity off the end of the bat, man, that'll wring the old hands a little bit. Step at the plate now. Center fielder Zane Howard. Howard struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. Fouls that bunt straight back for strike 1. See, now the Texas Leaguer I'm talking about, they didn't get that kind of height. It was, cut that in half, and a little bleeder is another one you can call, is right over the head. It was actually the first time I'd heard Texas Leaguer. One of the guys as he picks to first, came back in time, his name was Joe Huffman. Always had that. He was our nickname guy. He coined a lot. He was our Chris Berman of Austin Town Ball.
That's okay. That's a funny. That's a funnier nickname than the unofficial mayor of Inola for Larry Daly, the Chris Berman of our Austin Town Ball.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
And for those that don't know Chris Berman, he has some of the greatest art. What is it? I forget the guy's name. Is it Fettuccine Alfredo Griffin?
Yeah,
What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Bert B. Home Blyleven. That's my single favorite of all time.
He's got some good ones.
Another pick to first, not in time. Kent a real threat out on the base paths. He's already got one stolen base today after that leadoff walk back in the 1st. Count 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Zane Howard at the plate. Long look at first. Kent will go. Strong throw down to second right there. We'll get him in time.
Writing was on the wall right there. I mean, he was halfway down the base path, and I think we all knew.
Yeah, that was a heck of a throw. It's one of those beautiful ones where you just put your glove there. Sorry, Jenner. Put your glove there, and that ball just hits it. So, I mean, it's
perfect.
Tough one. Now 1-2 count right here. So Howard looked at strike 2. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is low and inside for ball 2, bring the count 2-2. Great day at the ballpark for baseball.
Oh, man. I'm missing that breeze we had this afternoon. But
Gosh,
it's still
wasn't it nice?
Yeah, but it's still a beautiful day. A little warm up here for us. But listen, if that's the only thing I have to complain about, it's a pretty darn good day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm with you. You can't really complain. Got at least a few days of it. I see the weather this weekend. I mean, it's hit or miss. One day I'll look 1 minute and it's rain on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I'll look again as he swings through strike 3 right there for the third out of the inning. The next minute I'll look and it's rain just on Saturday and Monday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's who knows with Oklahoma weather. It's got a mind of its own. After the third out right there, we finished 3 complete. Longhorns 0, Bulldogs 0.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the fourth. Number 4, Braylon Banks.
Lineup will roll over back to the top with Braylon Banks stepping to the plate. Banks struck out swinging back in the first inning. I'd like to let our viewers know out there tomorrow Coach Swope here will be streaming the regatta.
The regatta.
If you want to give a little information and time,
Yeah.
just to pass that along.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be live streaming it on our YouTube. Should start around noon. And, man, we got some elementary, middle school, and high school kiddos that have built cardboard boats. And we'll be out at the Pryor Rec Center having a little boat race.
So I believe you get duct tape and cardboard. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun little event. They started doing it a few years ago, and they make it a nice competition. You know, all the elementary goes, all the middle school goes, then all the high school goes, and the 3 winners from those races will race one another for the ultimate champion. And the elementary, I believe, lost for the first time last year. The middle school got them. I don't think the high school's ever won, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Coach Dixon could correct me on that. But, yeah, it's a really fun event. The kids get really into it, especially those young ones, and it is hilarious when they start sinking.
And we had streamed it last year. I know we were, as he misses outside, bring the count to 2 and 2. You know, the building you're in, it's for those at home, with the tin building and with what you're inside of, it can be tough to get a quality stream. It's not on our end. It's just what we're trying to fight through. But if you have the ability to go back and watch it again on our YouTube page, I mean, you just see it. The kids have a blast. Everybody's cheering, going crazy. Coach Walker does a great job out there. Obviously, Coach Dixon. It's a lot of fun. A ground ball up the middle, played by Campbell, fired across to first. Just beat it out over there. Johnny Johnson with the emphatic safe call at first base.
That
bang play at first.
About as bang as it gets right there.
That leadoff single right there will bring
Maddox
Anglin to the plate. Anglin with a ground ball to second. Ground out to second back in the first inning. Third baseman up right here situationally. Looking, is he going to try to advance the runner? He pops that one straight up. Played by Finley Atchison. Nice play right there, getting the first out of the inning.
That pop up to the catcher is the first out of the inning. That brings up number 4, Trey Vaughn.
Trey Vaughn stepping to the plate, flew out to the left field in his last at bat in the first inning. But again, that'll be about 12:30-ish tomorrow. We highly encourage you to tune in, as Coach Swope said, and we're We're going to up the ante a little bit this year. We're going to do some post-race interviews.
That's the plan.
And
that is the plan.
I'm not going to divulge too much into that because we got some really neat stuff planned. Very entertaining, and hope you all get the opportunity to watch it. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. First
the
time.
Kids are the ones we have, where our media students that are working, is that picked first is not in time. They're jacked. They're so excited to be a part of this, and I think it's awesome. You know, you're the one that kind of got the ball rolling for us filming all this and being a part of it, and I think it's been such a neat experience, especially for those teachers, I'll say, in the elementary maybe that can't show up.
Right.
I know last year they showed it to their students. I mean, that's why we do what we do with this program and why we've been so successful is just how many different things we're able to broadcast and send out to people that maybe on that day can't get there, whether it be work, they're homesick, kids sick, whatever. And I mean, we talked about it yesterday when we're preparing for next year. Just sporting events alone, I think we did 48 sporting events last year.
Yeah,
Fouls that one off the left side, and that doesn't include the regatta. That doesn't include the school board meetings. That doesn't include any other events that we film as well. So,
yeah, we definitely started. You can hear my
enthusiastic fan out there.
It's my son. If you can hear that.
He's getting into it.
Yeah. But no, we definitely, we're streaming probably upwards of 75 total events on the school year, and it's a lot of fun. And the regatta, I look forward to it every year. I always try to get the new graphics packages going and get some fun stuff going. So hopefully we'll have some surprises in store and some fun things in store, some post-race interviews with kids and teachers and everything else.
Ground ball to short, play to first. Looks like he might have had to pull his foot on that one, but that fielder's choice right there for the second out of the inning.
That's 6-4 foot out. Fielder's choice is the second out of the inning.
But I was blessed. I got to see that graphic this morning, and I'm going to tell you, folks, you may look at it and be like, oh, that's cool, but I don't think you understand the amount of time and work put in to create. Like, when you look at your screen right now and you see the Longhorn media in the corner and the scoreboard in the corner, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into getting that just right, to sizing it just right. And when you start getting multiple cameras going, you have to line them up perfectly because it has to be set up for both cameras. So it's being able to superimpose over top of each other to get it lined up right. So I mean, there's a lot of time and effort put in, and Coach Swope does a great job. I mean, he's the engine that makes this machine run, and it's been a lot of fun being a part of this. Is that pick at first is not in time, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. But I look forward to it tomorrow. I know a lot of the students are obviously the kids love it, and everybody a part of it. They do put a lot of time and effort, and I know Coach Dixon going out with a bang with this one being his final regatta, and
that's right.
I'm going to leave it at that because I really enjoy that man and be sorely missed as that ball is lifted to center field, and Howard settles under it for the 3rd out of the inning.
That's why after the center fielder is the final out of the inning.
First runner got on. Longhorns find a way to keep him there as we end 3.5. Longhorns 0, Bulldogs 0. All right, picking up action here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stepping to the plate right now, Charlie Castleman. Castleman struck out looking back in the 1st inning. Call he wasn't too happy with, but as I said earlier in the broadcast, he wasn't happy with that call per se, but if he's getting that call while he's on the mound, I think it's one of those he'll say, okay, I'll take that. Called strike on the first pitch, bringing the count to 0-1. I mean, it's one of those things like, I always got to keep stats when I was a little kid and I'd go to the Twins games, I'd get one of those score sheets.
You were that guy.
Oh, I was. My dad, he's like, here, you got to learn how to do it, because I was from 3rd grade on, I was his bat boy. So I'd have to keep track of the stats, and then when I'd go run and grab the bat, sometimes I'd forget about the bat and just do stats. But I learned how to do it, and I just did it at baseball. He said, good practice for you. Misses outside right there.
I can understand that, though. I've never done it at like an NBA game or anything like that. But, man, for me, commentating during football and during basketball and keeping stats and stuff, it's hard to not.
A little flare to the left. Be caught by the left fielder right there. Caught the off end of the bat on that one for the first out of the
That fly
inning.
out to the left fielder brings up our catcher, number 6.
Well, the nice thing, too, when it comes to football, you got one of the best in the business, and old Burnsy keeping stats for you.
Burnsy.
I'll open that door and say, Burnsy, what do we got rushing?
Oh, yeah, he knows. You better believe it.
And there were some games that was fun to hear what we were rushing for. Other games, not so much.
That's just coaching.
Yeah, exactly. So, stepping to the plate right now, Finley Atchison. Takes high for ball 1 right there. Atchison struck out swinging back in the first inning. Arp with a great start to the game. He's gone 3 1/3 now, and he's got 7 strikeouts. Got to feel pretty good about that if you're on the bump. Takes ball 2, bring the count to 2-0.
Yeah, Arp's got great control. When he hit Weatherly earlier, he was so frustrated with himself for losing control of that pitch. You could just tell. And right there, you see he kind of throws that one in the dirt. The frustration's visible. He definitely wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yes, he does. A little kick of the dirt after he missed in the dirt, bring the count 3-0.
Hey, I don't hate it.
As he misses high right there. Hopefully that walk right there will get things started for your Longhorns. Base runner is aboard. Stepping to the plate right now, number 12, Gavin Campbell.
Gavin Campbell.
Courtesy running for Atchison right here will be Hayden Tucson.
Hayden Tucson.
Tucson's done a good job for this team, being the base runner for him here. I mean, everything I've seen, again, the couple of games I've gotten to see, he really does a good job.
Understands baseball. I mean, he knows what he's doing, and he's a good little athlete out there. He's got some good speed, which is obviously you want to give your catcher a break, get him off his knees as he flares that one just fouled on the right side for strike 1. But, yeah, you want to give your catcher a break, allow him to – they're in the squat position pretty much the whole game, so it's just, hey, let's get them off their feet for a little bit, let them sit down, take their time putting their pads on. And when you got a guy like this that you can have all the faith in the world in to put out there and let him run a little bit, it's a win-win in the end.
Yeah, and Tucson just a freshman, right?
Correct, just a freshman.
That's at least 3 freshmen. You got a lot of time on this team.
You got 2 starting, and then Tucson's right there anyways, but he's getting his opportunity to help the team right here. And some might look at that, and I always kind of go back to football, like, hey, you're starting on special teams. Well, it's just special teams. Who cares? I'm like, well, how do you start a football game? As he hits that line drive to right center, that'll allow Tucson to get to third. Bobble ball in right field will allow Campbell wisely to take second right there. Good piece of hitting right there by Campbell. He got runners at second and third now with 1 out. Bringing Weatherly to the plate. Weatherly was hit by a pitch. Spoke on that just a minute ago back in the second inning. But the students like, hey, it's special teams. Who cares? And I said, well, hey, how does a football game start? Do you just start on offense or defense? Well, you got to kick off or kick return. What is that called? Like, special teams. I'm like, hey, some of the most exciting plays in football happen on special teams. Some of the biggest hits, because you are sometimes running full speed, nobody in your way, nobody's going to step up and block you. And you can just and you can change the whole momentum of a football game.
Hey, no doubt about it.
Off the first play of the game.
Hey, who had the #1 ranked special teams in the NFL this last year? The Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks.
There you go. If you can win all 3 phases of the game, you're not going to lose many football games. So it's Weatherly swings through strike 1 right there. Looks like we maybe got what should be a balk call. I think Johnny fell asleep behind the mound right there, but he's awake now. Second pitch of the at-bat upcoming. When you get to a certain age, you just got to get those cat naps in when you can.
The best part is Johnny would be the one laughing at
exactly.
this. I don't know how well you know Johnny, but
he's been doing this for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I think he might have taught Clyde Barkley back in the day.
Oh, man, I always loved coaching basketball and just seeing Johnny walk in the gym.
Well, and walk on the floor. You know, let's not kid ourselves here. 2-1 count now with Weatherly at the plate.
Go, Weatherly, come back.
Blessed to be in the vicinity of some umpiring royalty up here in the box as the great Jerry Jones has graced us with his presence.
Not the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Not
the
that
better
one.
The better
Oh,
Jerry
much
Jones.
better as he takes outside for ball 3. Good at bat thus far right here for Weatherly. Base runners any way you can get him at this point. Harp's throwing himself a great game. Got in a little bit of trouble right here, and Longhorns looking to capitalize. This man may not have that money that Jerry Jones did, but this man's got some class. He's a heck of a coach, heck of a teacher, does a great job in the weight room. High fly ball to center field. Oh, he doesn't see it. That ball's going to drop. That triple right there will plate 2. You know, I looked out there for a second. I saw the glove up, and I thought maybe he's trying to. He didn't. I think off the bat he missed that one, but that triple right there will drive in 2. Longhorns take the lead 2-0 on a great piece of hitting right there by Weatherly. Like I said, you take it any way you can get it.
Any way you can get it. I mean, it looked almost like a sac fly, but I don't know what happened there, Jeff. I mean, the sun is behind the center fielder. I mean, I don't know what happened.
I mean, blue sky, sometimes you can kind of lose it in that, but I
mean, that was shocking.
As they said in dodgeball, I'm shocked.
It's been a minute since I've watched that one.
Another fly ball, deep fly ball to center. Looks like he's got a beat on this one. That long fly ball will plate the 3rd run of the inning. Great piece of hitting right there by Cash Stevens.
Second out of the inning, but it does play the run. That brings up our DH, number 27, Gideon Rogers.
Big cat.
Productive out right there. And those are, you know, they probably go a little unheralded sometime, but I hear all the players picking them up after that. It's like, hey, at this point, with a pitcher like that in the mound, with the way your pitcher's pitching, 3 runs, that's a lot. I mean, you get a crooked number on the board. That does a lot for confidence, and Charlie's already pitching a great game. Now we can, take maybe a chance on a pitch he wouldn't normally throw because he's got a nice little lead right there.
Without a doubt. And here's my question for you, a little stats question.
Hit me.
You're Mr. Stats. So that was sacrifice fly, but does Stevens still get credit for the RBI right there?
He gets the RBI,
That's
and it's 0 for 0 in the book with the sac fly.
That's what I'm saying. So that swing earned you points. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's all. I mean, that's like
as
throwing
productive as an out as you can have.
I mean, that's like throwing up a garbage shot at the end of the shot clock that somehow miraculously goes in. You still put points on the board. It doesn't matter.
Right. Gideon Big Cat Rogers swings through strike 3 right there for the 3rd out of the inning. Longhorns are able to plate 3 after 4. Longhorns 3, Bulldogs 0.
Is number 1, Barrett Hinton.
We're picking up action here in the top of the 5th inning. Stepping to the plate right now, Barrett Hinton had a line drive that Easton Hallman made a great jumping snare to get the out. Swings through strike one right there. Off speed seems to be really working right now, keeping them off balance as that strike two, and just keeping them off balance at the plate. A lot of just kind of like out in the front foot, flailing at the ball. High fly ball to center field. Howard ranging back. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
High fly out to the center fielder is the first out of the inning. That brings up number 22, Bryson Hart.
I'll tell you what.
Plate right now. Pitcher Arp.
I'm going to say, I'm telling you, if I'm Arp, if I'm a pitcher, I mean, any pitcher is going to be tougher on themselves than anybody else out there. I know he's disappointed with his showing in the last inning. If I'm in that scenario, again, not a baseball guy, but I'm thinking I'm making up for it at the plate right now.
Hard ground ball gets past second baseman right there.
Just like that.
Yep, there you go. I mean, just at this point, you're down. You're in the latter half of the baseball game. Base runners.
Number 6.
Any way you can get on.
Kennedy.
Yep. So, good piece of hitting right there. I get their second base runner of the game on that. Step to the plate now, Brady Kennedy. Grounded out to the third baseman back in the third inning. Just misses outside right there for ball one. Bring the count to 1-0 with one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Just misses on that one for ball two. Again, not the best angle up here, but that looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard. It's impossible for me to tell. I have said that before. I can't tell.
Fouls that one up, chased down, not going to quite get there in time right there. Good hustle right there by right fielder Weatherly and second baseman JT Barnett. Foul ball brings strike one. Bring the count 2-1. You know, as a whole, this is, to me, one of the better days of weather they've had for baseball, because we've had to pick off to first not in time. We've had, you know, this type of temperature, great, but you got to add those 30-mile-an-hour winds.
You know, I was thinking about that the last game you and I did together. How much? I mean, it genuinely was like 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was unbelievable. It was
that wild pitch right there will allow Arp to take second.
But yeah, that last one we did together, I think about the one where the Longhorns were up. It's like 17-1, bottom of the third. You know, even the Longhorns like, let's get. I mean, it's a little chilly with the wind.
Chilly, yes. No sun.
Yeah, and I cannot remember who it was that hit the ball. They hit the ball, and it was a high flyer right at second base, and the wind carried that thing.
That flare to left. We'll cut and hold right there, allowing that runner to score. Smart cut right there by Hallman. That base hit, plates one, first run of the game for the Bulldogs.
That single to left scores a run. That brings up
But
number 19.
that was, to
Hoodlum.
me, that's like the worst weather to me. Any type of, when you add wind to the equation.
Well, I mean, you're talking, again, it was a fly ball right to the second baseman, and then the ball's carried between second and third, a good 15 feet. Just unbelievable.
Just misses on that curveball, hitting the batter right there. Now runners at first and second with one out.
That hit by pitch brings up number 15, Jaden Orth.
After that hit by pitch, that will bring up Jaden Orth, left fielder. With time called right here, as Coach Hallman will step to the mound, have a little conversation with the pitcher. With that, we'll take a little break from the action. plate again. Left fielder Jaden Orth. Going to show bunt. He bunts that one up in the air. That'll get fouled just out of the reach of any Longhorn defender. 1 strike here with 1 out here at the top of the 5th inning. Bulldogs able to plate 1 thus far with runners on first and second. Kesselman sets and delivers. Just misses outside right there, bringing the count to 1-1. Again, it's easy for me up here to look at that and be like, well, that's pretty darn close. But from our angle, I don't know, is the catcher set up outside? He'd reach a little for it. Looked pretty good from up here, but we'll take a ball. It's a ball nonetheless as he misses what appears to be just low. Bring the count 2-1. Kesselman looking to escape top of the 5th inning with minimal damage. As I stated before, 1 run is plated thus far. Longhorns looking to shut the door here. A nice little double play ball would do the trick. Bunts that one back to the left side, and that's in no man's land. No one there to charge it. That will be a bunt single for Orth. Base is now loaded as the lineup rolls back up to the top. Braylon Banks stepping up to the plate. Banks a single in his last at-bat.
Loads up the bases for number 34, Braylon Banks.
Banks 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a single. Bases loaded right here with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Good block right there by Atchison, keeping that runner at third base. Looks like corners, infielders are up right here trying to cut down a run while the middle infield is back trying to work for that double play ball. Fires that one across for strike 1, bringing the count to 1-1. As we talked about earlier in the broadcast, big game for the Longhorns. Really need to get the split just to help themselves out in district play. Fouls that one straight back for strike 2. You had at the top of the district, you have 9-0 with Skiatook and Berry Hill, and Longhorns face off with Berry Hill next Monday and Tuesday. Find a way to split here that puts the Longhorns at 8-2, and then that would drop the Bulldogs to 9-1. Haven't really heard yet what the score of the Berry Hill game is, but they're also 9-0, looking to go to 10-0 and find a way to squeak this one out as he fights off another pitch right there, foul ball, and find a way to take 1, if not 2, from Berry Hill next week. That puts you right back into the equation. So Longhorns looking to get the job done. So he pops that one up. Just stays in. Nice play right there by Atchison, right against the fence. That's a tough play right there. Great job for the second out of the inning. Big out right there. Force play all over the field now with 2 outs.
That brings up number 13, Maddox, England.
So again, we have bases loaded right now. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Bulldogs have plated 1. Stepping to the plate right now, Maddox, England. England 0 for 2 thus far today. Ground out to second and popped a bunt up that Atchison had a nice little play from behind the plate. So as I stated, force all around. Longhorns looking just to escape this with just 1 run scored. Ground ball to second base, played finally by Barnett. Fires the first for the 3rd out of the inning. Kesselman does a great job showing composure on the field, getting themselves out of that little jam right there with bases loaded and 1 out. After 4.5, it is the Longhorns 3, Bulldogs 1.
Leading off with the Longhorns.
Heading to the bottom of the fifth inning with their Longhorns leading 3-1. Easton Hallman stepping to the plate. Hallman struck out looking back in the third inning. Wasn't too happy with the call, looking to kind of redeem himself right here and get things started. Longhorns looking to get that 1 run back, keep that 3-run lead. A hard ground ball to shortstop, right across the diamond for the first out of the inning.
That 6-3 put out the first out of the inning. That brings up our left
Play
fielder.
now leadoff, Jace Kent. Kent 1 for 1 thus far today with a stolen base. Walk back in the first and a single back in the third. Looks like we got a little change of his walk-up music too. I'm a big fan of what he's throwing up there. Brings me back to my day. That ball's lifted to left field. Left fielder settles under it for the second out of the inning.
That fly out to the left fielder is the second out of the inning. That brings up our center fielder, number 10, Zane Howard.
Zane Howard stepping to the plate. Howard 0 for 2 thus far today. Opportunity for what I always call, I know they have the perfect inning, 9 straight strikes, 3 strikeouts. To me, one of my favorites, if you ever pulled it off, was the 3-pitch inning. Save your pitches and get out of allow your defense to do some work and get out of the inning. But that one will miss just high for ball 1. 2 pitches, 2 outs to start the inning for Art. Howard with a strikeout in the first and a strikeout in the third as he takes high for ball 2, bringing the count to 2-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Longhorns just looking for base runners here. Just misses outside, bringing the count to 3-0. Good at bat right here. Those are close pitches. Good eye at the plate by Howard. Misses outside on that one as well. Howard works a 4-pitch walk for our first base runner of the inning for the Longhorns.
That walk brings up our pitcher, number 11, Charlie Castleman.
Castleman looking to help his own cause as he steps to the plate. Castleman 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout looking in the first and a fly out to left back in the fourth. Howard at first right now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th innings. He takes low for ball 1. Good last half inning for the Longhorns, finding a way to scratch out a little bit of a lead right there. So good hitting by both Campbell and Weatherly to kind of get that going. Nice walk by Atchison to start the inning for the Longhorns. As Castleman takes ball 2, that's 6 straight. Some have differing approaches on this. Some would still see it as a 2-0 count. You're setting dead red and you're going to get a big hack at anything that's close or your pitch. But 6 straight might leave you thinking, hey, maybe I need to take one, as he did right there, bring ball 3. Catcher will take time and go talk about this one with his pitcher after 7 straight balls. Count 3-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Castleman thus far today, he's thrown 5 complete, giving up 1 run on 4 hits, 3 Ks, and 1 hit batsman. The key stat I always look at is walks, and he's got 0 thus far today. Art thus far today has thrown 4 2/3. He's got 8 Ks, 3 walk, 1 hit batsman, 2 hits, and 3 runs. 2 big hits in the last half inning. Castleman catches that one on the outside corner for strike 1, bringing the count to 2-1.
Jeff, I'm back.
Hey.
I'm back. Dropped my kids off with Mama, and did they add stairs in here, or?
Very narrow stairs.
My goodness. I'm out of shape.
Castleman works the back-to-back walks right there. So we have runners on first and second with 2 outs and stepping into the plate now, Finley Atchison.
I gotta appreciate Atchison's walk-up.
Oh, I was just saying the last one too, or Jace Kent has a new one, and I'm just like, this is taking me back. Like this, I can appreciate this. Atchison looking to really break this one open. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the first and a walk back in the fourth as he fouls that one straight back for strike 1.
And Atchison is kind of one of the power hitters on this team. Guy who can really make something happen.
You can find a gap out there. You got good speed on the base paths. And you hit one to the gap, you're scoring 1 with the potential of scoring 2 if it can run a little bit. Fires that one across for strike 2, bring the count to 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Longhorns leading the Bulldogs 3-1. Yes, Coach will be really showing some good multitasking. 3 kids, setting up a broadcast, commentating a broadcast, feeding them chips. I mean,
Oh, gosh.
hey,
Yeah.
that quiet, you can feed a kid, it keeps them quiet, at least for a little bit, you know. I'm all for it.
It keeps most of them quiet. You know, my 4-year-old, quiet's not really a word he understands. So, you know, but, 2 for 3, not too bad.
Hard ground ball to third. Nice play right there by the third baseman. He'll touch third for the third out of the inning. After 5 is the Longhorns 3, Bulldogs
At the end of
1.
5, Inola.
Leading off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th inning, catcher Trey Vaughn.
Number 4, Trey Vaughn.
Vaughn so far today 0 for 2 with a fly out to the left and a fielder's in first and a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Bulldogs able to close the gap a little bit last inning, scoring 1, keeping it within reach at 3-1. I'll foul that one straight back for strike 1. Castleman's day thus far, 5 complete, 3 Ks, 1 hit by pitch, 4 hits, only 1 run. Great game thus far for Castleman, keeping his team in it. A real presence on the mound. Obviously, with the success of basketball, you know, they didn't get him till he had about a week, and then it was game time. So I know they kind of eased him back into pitching. He got an inning here, an inning there, and he's worked his way back up into baseball shape. And now, you know, he's the day 2 starter in district play as he gets a nice pitch on the outside corner for strike 3 right there. Might have been the same pitch he didn't like getting called on him earlier in the game, but as I said, as long as you're calling it for me,
That's right.
you can call it against me.
That's right. I was going to say, he's got some great control on the mound. You know, that last inning got a little hairy, but he was able to pull himself out of it, and then great start here to the top of the 6th.
0-1 count right here.
I'm getting a lot of grief for saying it got a little hairy, but common saying, correct?
Yeah, that very common saying.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
But these young pups up here, you know, they haven't really lived yet. They can't really comment on that.
Yeah, they don't.
0-2
You're right.
count right here is with Cole Bray at the plate. Swings through strike 3 right there for the second out of the inning. Great mix of pitches right there by Castleman. His 5th strikeout of the game. Coming to the plate now. Third baseman Barrett Hinton with a nice play to end the last half inning. Hard ground ball, took a nice little hop, able to make a nice play and get the force out at third.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've been watching Castleman enough in both of his sports long enough at this point. You can tell when he's got a little swagger, he's kind of feeling himself. And right now, I could just see it with that little walk back after that last strikeout. I mean, is feeling himself right now. Which is good for the Longhorns. If you're watching and you're a Longhorn supporter, that's what you want to see.
Looks like Hinton thought he was hit there, but umpire will disagree. Bring the count to 1-1, and you can see it. It's one of those things too. Watching him, he seems to get stronger as the game goes on. I mean, he really starts firing. They're really pumping it up a little bit, giving a little bit extra, and that swings through that one for strike 2, bringing the count to 1-2. And his pace as he gets going too definitely picks up. Just give me the ball.
Oh yeah,
You know, I don't want to sit around and wait. I'm going to get on the bump. I'm going to fire the balls. He throws a nice off-speed pitch, hit down the left side. Into foul territory, that will not be caught. Keeps the at-bat alive with a 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 count to Hinton right here. Castleman wasting no time as he sets and delivers. This is outside right there, bringing the count to 2-2. You just see it. He gets the ball back and he's right up, ready to go.
Oh yeah, he's
forcing the hitter to get a little bit extra time, prepare himself. Hard ground ball fouled on the third base line. Good at bat right here, fighting off a couple of good pitches. Castleman looking to come up victorious in this scenario, hoping to get that third out and get back in the dugout and get the bats going for the Longhorns. Left field, that'll drop. That'll be for extra bases as he lines that one hopper off the wall. Runner on second after that double with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
That double to left field brings up number 22, Bryson Hart.
We got time called right here. I think there's a question of whether or not he actually hit first base when rounding it. I did not see that. Oh, and it looks like he did miss first base. Johnny Johnson with an ever emphatic out call out on the baseball field.
Wow.
So he missed first base while rounding. Tag the runner. Runner's out.
Wow.
Tough play right there if you're a Bulldog fan. If you're a Longhorn fan, you feel pretty good out of it because that third out will end the inning. And as we head to the top of the bottom of the 6th inning, is your Longhorns 3, Bulldogs 1. Day will end for Bryson Arp. Arp goes 5 complete with 8 Ks, 4 walks, 1 hit batsman, 2 hits and 3 runs. Taking over on the bump right now, freshman number 9, Cohen Wilmering. Hitting for the Longhorns will be number 12, shortstop, Gavin Soup Campbell. Campbell thus far today. Strikeout back in the 2nd. Nice base hit back in the 4th. Center fielder bobbled a little bit. Good base running allowed him to get to second base for runners on second and third. They followed that up with a nice double by Weatherly, which broke the scoring open. Obviously, the Longhorns were able to plate one more. So looking to get a couple more just to help their cause a little bit, make things a little easier for Castleman when we head to the top of the 7th inning.
And we'll see how the Longhorn bats respond here. Wilmery, a left-handed pitcher, throwing him something a little bit different. Freshman, probably not the same speed as Arp. So see how the bats handle this. And I want to point out the Skiatook coaching staff the entire time was talking to Johnny about that last call. I mean, they didn't stop the entire time that Wilmery was warming up.
Well, I'm looking over at first base, and I'm sure old John Yates is buttering him up. Oh, Johnny, that was a heck of a call. Man, that's why you're here. That's why we want you. You're the guy. Hard ground ball back to the pitcher, played by Wilmering, fired over to first base for the first out of the inning.
Have 1-3 put out the first out of the inning, bringing up our right fielder, number 26, Ethan Weatherly.
Stepping to the plate now. Right fielder Ethan Weatherly got a hit by pitch back in the second and a 2 RBI double back in the fourth. Had the, you could say pleasure, but we played Wilmering last year in our junior high slate, and we played him over there. And I tell you, he kept us off balance. It wasn't until the top of the 5th inning before we finally plated one with an opportunity for 2 and ended up losing 2-1. But he definitely kept our bats, kept them pretty quiet throughout the game. I think we had 1 hit going into the top of the 5th. We were able to get I think 2 or 3 hits in that inning, and the final out was on a absolute laced ground ball that, if the first baseman kept his eyes open, he might have missed it. But by closing them, he allowed himself to knock it down and make a nice play at first. But good little ball player on the mound for the Bulldogs, something they have to look forward to for obviously 3 more years after this one. Finds himself 3-0 and fires across first strike right now, 3-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swings through strike 2 right there. Bring the count full with 1 out. Like I said, whenever you watch Weatherly swing, he doesn't hold back.
Oh, no,
It doesn't matter the count. It could be 0-2, 2-1, 3-1, doesn't matter. It's like, hey, he's got a swing, and if he connects with it, we've already seen it this year. He can pull something behind it as he just catches the bottom of the strike zone right there for a strikeout.
That's
second out of the inning.
Our first baseman, number 24, Cash Stevens.
Cash Stevens stepping to the plate right now. He had a line out to center back in the 2nd, and then he had as we talked about, those productive outs, that long fly ball to center, which allowed the 3rd run of the game to come across and score as he fouls that one off to the right side. Bring the count 0-1.
When I watch all these foul balls here, at our ballpark, obviously danger of hitting cars, things like that. Have you ever, what's the most interesting foul ball you've ever seen? Have you seen somebody hit? Have you seen a windshield taken out? I mean, what have you?
I was in Winona, Minnesota for a baseball game, and a foul ball was hit, and I heard it hit a car, and I'm like, oh, well, that sucks for them. And I was catching the time, so I'm reaching back for the ball. I'm not really watching it. I'll just say this: the ride home in my van. That ball hit my side of the windshield, and my job, some of the dads had come over and put some duct tape on both sides, and it had shredded, and it was like I had to put my feet up on the glass driving home because it was moving. And I'll just say that Winona, Minnesota to Austin, Minnesota is a good right around an hour.
Oh, my.
So Mother of the Year had her, 14-year-old son put his feet up on the windshield to keep it from moving with the wind on Highway I-90, which for those that maybe travel a lot know, that is a very prominently used freeway. A lot of high speeds mentioned on that. It's Cash Stevens.
That's unreal.
Works a walk. But I would say that's probably the more interesting one. Courtesy running for Stevens right now is number 8, Ryder Atkinson. Talk about youth, that's just another sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
One of the many sophomores I've had the pleasure, and I mean that, the pleasure of coaching for many years and as they were younger. And I'll tell you this, when that little group first started together, absolute bombs old Ryder Atkinson would hit.
Really?
As Big Cat grounds out to third base for the 3rd out of the inning.
5-3 put out the final out of the inning.
After 6 complete, it is the Longhorns 3, Bulldogs 1. Step to the plate right now. Bryson Art. Art starting pitcher. Pretty good stat line out there. He had a base hit back in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by Easton Holman. They say that hit him in the box for a foul ball. Little break right there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was going to say it must be. I mean, he didn't seem to think it hit him, but it worked out in their favor.
Just catches him on the arm right there. That hit by pitch will put the leadoff runner on for the Bulldogs.
That hit by pitch brings up number 6, Brady Kennedy.
Brady Kennedy stepping to the plate. 1 for 2 thus far today with a ground out to third and an RBI single back in the 5th. Lone RBI for the Bulldogs. I'll tell you, in these situations, you know, you find yourself down, potentially the last at bat as he fouls that one off. Getting that first runner on, to me, is the utmost importance. Get a guy on. It puts a little more pressure on your pitcher. If he can run a little bit, you know, obviously that might put a pass ball, puts pressure on your catcher, a wild pitch.
No, without a doubt, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, that seeing that big 0 next to the outs on the scoreboard, and you're in what could be the last inning, depending on how things go, right? But, you know, that's the way they're looking at it. I saw their coaches gather them before going out.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah, well.
Good pitch right there by Castleman for strike 3. Swings through that one.
Out of the inning. That brings up number 19, Soren Huglen.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at first base for Art. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. Score again 3-1 in favor of the Longhorns. Swings through that off-speed pitch right there for strike 1. Castleman really comfortable on the mound. Just absolutely, I mean, it's been a pleasure to watch a good pitch. You know, some people say, oh, pitch you do. I want to see runs. I want to see home run. Me, I want to see a good pitch you do. That ball will skip away from Atchison, allowing courtesy runner to take, or pinch runner to take second base. Runner on second now with 1 out. The count 1-1.
Just like you said right there, puts a little pressure on the pitcher. That wild pitch gets away from him, advances the runner there.
But I go back to that productive out by Cash Stevens. That third run makes that run at second base mean absolutely nothing. I mean, he can score and we win 3-2.
That's
so
right.
That runners in scoring position, find a way to get him across. And Stevens did a great job of that with that long sack fly. Strike 2 called right there, bringing the count to 1-2. Swings through strike 3 right there for the second out of the inning.
That strikeout's the second out of the inning. That brings up number 15, Jaden Orth.
Stepping the plate now, right? Jaden Orth. Orth so far today, 1 for 2 with a fly out to the shortstop and a base in the third and a single back in the fifth. Longhorns won't be too concerned with the runner at second now as he gets a nice swing right there for strike one. Again, focus for Castleman is completely on the batter right now. Again, that runner on second really doesn't mean anything at this point. That blooper to right field will drop.
Gonna get
That'll
one
bring in a
run.
run. That'll bring that runner at second in. Good piece of hitting right there by Orth. He's got back-to-back hits late in the game. Again, that plate's one. Stepping to the plate right now, leadoff hitter Braylon Banks. Banks so far today, 1 for 3. Strikeout in the first, single back in the fourth. And a nice play, if I remember correctly, by Atchison catching a little foul ball right at the fence. So Longhorns looking to get that all-important third out here as he hits a long fly ball to left field. Kent is ranging back. He'll settle under it for the third out of the inning. He gave it a ride, but just came up a little bit short. Castleman on the day absolutely pitched a beautiful game. He went 7 Ks, 2 hit batsmen, 5 hits, and 2 runs. Great win for the Longhorns. We talked about the importance of at least splitting this series. Tough game yesterday. Yeah. Come home, regroup. Great. I mean, you can look back at the fourth inning was the deciding factor in this baseball game, being able to plate 3, but great job across the board. Now, we wait to hear back. How does Berryhill do if they can find a way maybe to lose today? That puts us still in second place behind them and Skiatook because we have 2 losses. They both would have won.
Right.
But now comes that ever-important series next Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, it really sets up some excitement going down the stretch here for the Longhorns in district play. That's a huge win for them. Moves them to 13-4 on the season and still only 2 losses in the district and giving Skiatook their first district loss. And you can just kind of read the body language. They're really disappointed in that. I mean, but that's 2 good ball clubs going at it tonight. That was a fun one.
Great baseball, great job by both pitchers on the mound. Again, though, Castleman really showed today why he is one of the district game starters. I mean, he absolutely was dealing, and what I love about watching him play is he just gets stronger.
Yeah,
as the game goes on and you just see that demeanor, everything on the mound just change. I mean, it's just, hey, give me the ball, get back on the bump, get ready to go, and you see every batter, hey, time, just trying to ease back in because he's like, no, get in the box, let's
he's
go.
Ready to go.
I want to go. So again, just want to let you all know, tomorrow the regatta at 12:30. 12. Okay.
We try to go live a little bit before 12.
Okay, so go ahead and tune in for that. I promise you it's going to be a lot of fun. Kids are pumped, both working for Longhorn Media and obviously the students that are a part of it. A lot of entertainment, a lot of laughs, good times. So hope you all can watch that. We'll be back on the air for soccer on Friday.
That's right.
I think it's the spring homecoming, so make sure you all tune in for that as well. Baseball picks back up, I believe, next Tuesday. Well, we have another one Tuesday. I think you're correct. I think it's baseball. So
I think it is.
For myself, to Coach Swope, thank you all for watching and viewing, and hope you all have a great rest of the evening. Go Longhorns.